How other people make their own peace. Hello, it's Moiris, and let's try to talk what matters in you for today's episode. Some people will think that making your own peace is necessarily doing the process of making a civil talk. But what if you decided to do it while the other party can't? I believe that you can make your own peace by establishing your own boundary. People will think of it as indifference, yet it was the only thing left to do if it's getting outrageous. I've been making my own walls ever since. Unfortunately, despite of making our own peace, it keeps breaking. People would do everything to shatter you, pieces by pieces, until you would hate yourself for what you've done. I know people can be kind. Some may be hypocrites for doing a civil way approach towards someone they hated the most. But do you know that it will be more complicated once an honest talk is ignored? I have tried to lash out to someone. It was one of my hideous experience that I ever did. The neighbor heard about my anger. People would automatically think I'm tactless. Yet somehow I didn't regret doing it. In my conscience, I apologized for what I did. I was full of wrath that led me to get overwhelmed with a certain issue that I couldn't control. But a part of me also regrets it because I might lose the relationship I had to someone. But is it worth to fight for when things are getting more toxic and uncontrollable? I guess not. I never wanted to sound that I hated people. To be honest, I tried to appreciate people, but all of them are worse than myself. Know why? You'd regret to get out of your own comfort when you realize that people are not worth to engage with. I think because I encountered some of inconsiderate, narcissist, selfish, and egoistic people. You see, people like this would make you question your own existential crisis even more. Just imagine, you wanted to explore the world, but all you are seeing are darkest side of humanity. People who can't be kind towards someone, even just for a bit. Know why? Because they had their ego hurt. I know that people has their own backstory of every journey, but does it justify to hurt others? Because you were experiencing a dark side of your life and you keep running to it repeatedly. To be honest, we people only want peace. That's the only thing that we could simply ask to the universe, hoping that someday we're healed, we're found, we're heard, and we belong. I asked the AI about this, and here's some of the breakdown of the answers of my own build questions. For the first question that occurred to me is, why is there no peace even we create our own wall? So the AA answered that walls keep paying out but also keep healing out. So as we're building our own walls, we think that it could be the safest way to protect ourselves from people who'd attacked us terribly in different ways. Hence, we either say it can be a danger or care. As for my experience, I have built my own wall from people who are presumed taking advantage of me, but instead, the anger kept growing and things are harder for me to accept things. As I reflected to one of the God's commandment in the Bible saying, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Hence, if you hated yourself, otherwise, it will be harder for you to do it because you simply can't do it yourself. So, for the second question, why is there still invaders to ruin you even you humble yourself? So, here's the truth. Humility doesn't build a force field. Simply, people would assume that you are easy target. You're easy to be defeated because they projected your surface, seeing you as someone that is defenseless. This is one of my own worst case scenario. I have encountered people who would talk down on me, prejudices my whole being as if I am threatened if I would fight back. I still have the same treatment even now, which reminds my pitiful behavior adopting their pity, petty way of treating people because they're the one written, sick, secretly scared of what you could turn out. But believe me, if someone has been secretly hating you personally, this only means that they saw something in you that they surely cannot manipulate, and that is kindness and freedom of doing it authentically. Hence, despite of the people who might come your way and does nothing but terror, you have to keep yourself guarded. There's no one has to be saved from insanity but yourself. You might not be able to control what's in their mind, their actions, and way of behaving towards you. It is important that every mess you should do must be calculable. You decide, project what peaceful way of getting and act towards it. So this is Moira saying that at the end of the day, your own peace matters in you.